let's just kind of go through and obviously these two teams are wrestling first round. I think one thing that could happen in a weekend like this is like you're going to have like a breakout star or at least a breakout performance, right? And you know who the really good guys on the team are. You know who's supposed to win, but a lot of times it's these toss-ups. It's a 10 versus a 20 or two unranked guys. And you guys have and actually Nikki, if you want to throw the lineup up, I got the two different images there. But yeah, if you guys think somebody might have a breakthrough performance, who might it be?
I would say in this duel, just in this duel speaking, the one match that I'm really excited to watch is 165. Um, it'll be a freshman for NC State, Will Denny versus Ryder Downey. I really enjoy that matchup because Will Denny was kind of a pretty big recruit, really tough. I don't think, really hasn't wrestled yet enough for people to know him, but I think he's going to be really, really good for NC State. And on the other side, you have Downey, who's just been really consistent, hasn't had like the performance that he's wanted at NCAA's, but he's very capable of being a top guy in the country, and he is. And I think, and Parker can discuss this with his team, but I think one of the themes I see with UNI is like who's gonna carry that torch of the leadership role, and I think Downey's a guy that you probably look towards for that, knowing his personality, knowing how much he means to the team, how hard he wrestles. But that match in particular, I'm looking forward to seeing how a young guy and Will Denny kind of approaches a veteran guy like Downey.
Nice. Parker, what do you think about that 165 matchup? We lost your audio. What happened? This happened earlier in the deal.
Can you hear me now?
You're good.
I swear I have bad internet. No. I'm excited. What's his name? Will Denny?
Will Denny. He's from Illinois.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I should have looked at the lineups before, but I'm excited to watch Ryder. I know he has stepped up with, we'll say me and Happel are not on the team anymore. So it's like we're still in the room, but just seeing those guys step up, and I do believe Ryder Downey is one of those guys who has, and that's on and off the mat, faith wise and leadership wise on the wrestling mat. He's always eager to do more. So, and bringing people along to lifting. So I know he's a gamer, very competitive, one of the grittiest guys I know. So I would say I'm excited to watch Ryder do his thing. I think he's a winner, and he's gonna figure it out.
Okay. Definitely a key match to look up on paper, right? At 149 pounds. Help me out with these names. Coy Biskins? Biskins and Caleb Rathjen. Thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, this is a big match. Probably one that could end up deciding the duel. I think it's a big swing match. Biskins has had a really good start to the year. He wrestled at the Southeast Open and had a couple of good wins. Beat William McDougald, who transferred to West Virginia in the finals, and then looked good on Saturday night. Is it Rathjen? Is that how you say his name? Caleb Rathjen? Rachi. I like that. I like that better.
Easier.
Rachi, transfer from Iowa has been really good. And now kind of in a different atmosphere, different environment. I think he could have a really good season. So that's a match I'm looking forward to. And two guys that have experience. Both guys have been to the national tournament, so you know that they have a little bit of a veteran presence, but definitely still trying to alike in a way that they're trying to push through and kind of get into that top 5, top 8 realm.
Yeah. No, Rachi's a guy I'm really excited to just watch wrestle and see him compete. We had matches like 2 weeks ago, and just seeing him get on his angles and how he's an athlete. Like, I'm pretty sure he's an all-state football player in high school, and he's just an athlete that, I mean, we done some indies together, and I'm just like, dang, you're already to my legs. So I'm excited to see him go, and I think he's found a new love for the sport again, and just almost, new scenery. He's been refreshed, and I'm excited to see him like show how much he's improved, and honestly how much more he loves it and is excited to wrestle.
All right. man, this, NC State's favored on paper, but like I think you said at the top of the hour, I know your heavyweight, as you Trumbull's not wrestling first semester. He's not going to be available for this duel. So that really changes things. And it seems like, NC State's favored in maybe 4 of the first 5. And the second half favors Northern Iowa more. Maybe have to pull up an upset. I don't know for Northern Iowa win, but either way, do you guys see, potential upset in this dual meet, whether it swings the duel or not?
Yeah, I think, well, and here's the thing with both of these programs, and one of the reasons I love this match is like you've got, to me, and obviously a little bias in NC State, but like NC State and UNI to me are two programs that have the right values, like the right core principles of NCAA wrestling, like work hard, do the right thing, compete hard, and I think that culture is a huge thing for both these programs. And, here with Pat Popolizio, it's like the number one thing. It's always culture over everything. And anytime you hear Coach Schwab talk, it's like our culture is most important. So I think that's probably what excites me the most about this matchup is that you have two programs that are competing for the right reasons. And you know that when their guys step out there, they're competing hard and they're doing it all for their team, right? It's not much of an individual basis as more as like I'm putting on for my team, right? When I step out there, I'm wrestling not just for myself, but for my brothers. So that's when the most exciting wrestling happens. There's gonna be a lot of passion. I'm sure the coaches and guys, like there will be some matches where they get into it a little bit, but just knowing like how passionate both coaches and teams are and the strength of the culture, it's really exciting. So yeah, there'll be unpredictability, right? Somebody will show up on one side that's probably a surprise, but that's why the duels are so good because it's an opportunity for maybe someone that's not highly ranked or not highly talked about to step up and win a duel for their team. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's something I'm real excited for, to kind of just to see some guys that haven't had their opportunities have their opportunity. Like Caleb Runyon, I know he broke your finger in Vegas. Actually,
It looks better now. It was like I got mallet finger because I landed right on it. So I
yeah,
had to be in a splint for like 8 weeks. So thanks a lot, Caleb.
yeah. I'm excited to see him. Him finally get his. I mean, he was behind Wyatt Volker last year and been behind some guys that have done pretty good at the NCAA tournament, and just the opportunity for him to. I mean, he's been one of the most consistent guys for his 5 years at UNI, and just being that guy. Like we had some wrestle offs, and Doug's talking about like you still love the guy even at 84, like you still love the guy. Like I had met with like CJ actually lost the wrestle off to Nick, and he's like, hey, I don't care, no matter who goes out there, like they're gonna be ready to roll as like at 184. So like just having the pride in the weight class, and I see that throughout our team is and your guys' team as well. So it's just that part, like Wyatt and Caleb Runyon and even Nick Fox. I'm really excited to see the jump that they made and have an opportunity to finally wrestle guys that aren't in their room. So just get the opportunity to compete.
Yeah, it's going to be really 184 and 197 are really interesting to me. Because like Parker's saying, on both sides, there's guys at 84 and 97 are people stepping into the lineup kind of for the first time. So at 184, the guy we have actually took like a year and a half off. He was at NC State and then he was going to transfer. It didn't end up happening, and now he's back for a 6 year. And then at 197, we'll have a true freshman in Keckeisen Howe from South Carolina. So it's like a lot of unpredictability there, and I'm just interested to kind of see how they perform against, like Parker said, two guys that are getting their opportunities. What's the I was going to ask you, Parker, what weight is it Gunderson? John Gunderson? What weight is he at?
Uh, he's at 97 or 84. He's battling some injuries right now though, so I don't think
Dude, I'll tell you a crazy story about John Gunderson. I
Oh,
had never, ever in my life seen this. We're at the OTC like 2 summers ago. We finished practice, and I look over, and the guy is just literally repping out one arm pull ups like it's nothing. I was like, okay, was like, he's got to have like a band or something, like a step on.
Oh,
Then a minute later, he picks up a kettlebell and is holding it with his one arm and continues to just rep out perfect pull-ups. I was like, dude, this might be the strongest guy on planet Earth.
oh, John Gunderson. John Gunderson is the strongest dude of all time. And he's got a crazy Winn-Dixie. You want to hear a funny story about John?
Yes.
Two Kansas City NCAAs. We're having like our last like practice, and it's like a 3-minute. It's like just a 3-minute go. I get Winn-Dixie to my back twice in that 3-minute go right before NCAAs. I'm like, thanks, John. I feel super happy about myself right now. But yeah, it was So he's a guy that's like, I swear he can grab my hamstring, and I'm like, he's already like, he just pulls me across the mat. I'm like, wow. But I know he's just battling some. I mean, he's probably like too strong. I don't know if he could be too strong. It's like hurting his joints a little bit. So he's like, he's fine. He's gonna be okay, but he's just working on some mobility and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the confidence boost right before the biggest tournament of the year. All right, Vincent Robinson, NCAA champion at 125 pounds, but you got Trevor Anderson from UNI, ranked number 12. Man, Parker, tell me about Trevor and what it's going to take for him to pull off an upset.
Trevor's one of the goofiest guys you'll ever meet. Like, you're talking about like culture guys. Like, he's actually probably one of those guys that I just love being around after weigh-ins. He's cracking jokes, and I know he's going to be ready to roll. He's scrappy. He's good on top. And I know this. He has taken out a number 1 ranked guy from NC State before. So I'm hoping it happens again. And I know he's got a
Macho at collegiate duels.
Yeah.
He has Anderson's got a good, I don't even know really what that move is called. Chris Foca was good at it, where you got like underhook over and you kind of like whip him over and catch him on their back. That's what he hit him in to get a takedown.
Yeah, it's just, I don't even know what it's called. It's called probably the Trevor Anderson. Actually, it's funny. They joke around because I guess I'm pretty sure Trevor hit Roger Downey in that in like high school. So it's like they always like that like junk move isn't going to work, and it somehow still works. And I know he's adding off that too.
All right. Last one, I'd call this a toss-up. You have number 13, Julian Farber versus number 22, Zach Redding. This is on paper. This is, again, like, okay, North Carolina State's kind of...
They wrestled before? I'm just sorry. Because he was at Iowa State, so I'm like, maybe
they haven't wrestled. They've both been in college for like 1 billion years.
Yeah. I was in college for 1 billion years. Chill. It was great.
Me too. I know, me too.
Yeah,
I'm still not growing up.
College COVID babies over here. Okay. So I guess, man, the moment of truth, and I don't know if I gave you guys enough warning, but obviously I will want to do predictions, right? This wouldn't be any fun without you guys predicting. I kind of assume I know what teams you're going to pick, but man, unless you want to take a second to do the math, like give me a final score, or I guess give me your pick, but I kind of know. Trent,
all right, I'm taking UNI by shutout.
You know what's funny?
I have unwavering belief in my guys. Not my guys, Doug's guys that are also my guys.
Well, it's funny. Trent's going to be on one of the analysts. So we had a call right before lunch, and Trent was on it with a handful of people. And jokingly, somebody said, "Hey, Trent, what's going to happen?" He said, 60-0 NC State.
No, we even talked about maybe somebody from UNI throwing a headgear. I think I talked myself up to 60 to -1.
Who's going to throw a headgear at UNI? I'm not actually. I can't give you guys that. Can't let you guys rage bait anyone.
The rules are it's like they're going to be really strict with the headgear rules this year. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of team points in dual meet. They pretty much said if you toss it, if you throw it, or if you like roll it across the mat after, they're going to ding you. So it's like it's kind of a joke, but like it's going to be brutal.
That's like the flags for celebrating your touchdown in NFL a couple years ago. This is ridiculous. Let's have some passion. We need some passion. Hey, all I gotta say is Trent probably should have got a team points takeaway when he broke that chair. Then I don't care.
That was behind the mat. That was in play.
If you're off the mat, can you throw your headgear?
Yeah, I think if you're off the mat, that you're fine. But anything on the mat, they're going to be watching pretty closely, I think.
That is the dumbest rule. Maybe there's a dumber one, but that's one of the dumbest rules.
They need to get rid of. They need to just get
Especially
rid
you
of.
said if you just roll it like a bowling ball, like
From what I think they've been told, coaches have been told that's how they're gonna be pretty strict on it. So
it's tricky because like a guy's so pumped up on adrenaline and he just it's like the UFC fighter throwing his mouthpiece into the crowd. Or it's just like there's no, and I get it. You don't want a guy to throw his headgear in anger or throw it at somebody, but I feel like you don't see that a lot. I feel like you see the team point taken away more for a guy who's excited than a guy who's pissed off.
Yeah, for sure. It's a joke. It's bad. But anyways, predictions. It's gonna be tight. With Trumbull being out, it makes it really, really interesting. Not that match was a gimme, but that was one where NC State was favored.
For sure.
I think it come down. I mean, obviously, the matches I'm looking forward to most are 33, 49, 65, 74. We didn't talk about 74. Singleton is going to be a great match. They wrestled first round at NCAA's last year, and it's close. I feel like they've wrestled a ton in their careers.
What was the score of that? NCAA. I should know that.
4-2, I think it was.
4-2.
It was close. Yeah, 33, 49, 65. Or yeah, I think 65 will be close. 74, all really tight matches. And then you got a lot of unpredictability at 84, 97. Give me the Pack by 6-4 split. I don't know the score, but we'll see. I feel confident that NC State can get the ones they're favored in, and then maybe pull off an upset or two.
Okay, 6-4 split. That's a fair. You don't have to give the actual score. That counts. Parker, thoughts on why Trent's wrong?
I think Trent's wrong because it's gonna be 10-0. I'm not picking against my guys. I believe in Trevor Anderson that he can beat anyone in the country. Julian Farber is also one of the most consistent guys I've ever seen, and just the work that he puts in. I'm excited for him to. He's always controlled his weight good, so I know he's gonna go out there and. I know. What you see is what you get with him. So it's like he's gonna get to his underhook and go to work. Corey Land, he's up this year, controlling his weight pretty good, and he's one of the most talented guys I've ever seen. So I know I'm going through the lineup I gotta take my guys, man.
That's fair.
I'm that guy.
It's gonna be too. Bonus points could be a huge factor. You've got to think UNI at 285 is thinking bonus. Anywhere that you can get bonus in a dual meet like this is really big. And remember, it's not that it's not hard, but it's not that difficult to get a major anymore, right? If you get still a really close match, and you could get a major decision. So I don't know. Bonus points could become a big factor if one of those guys that are favored, or they guys get a couple of majors, or if somebody gets a pin. Anybody can get pinned, and I know that from experience. So yeah, who knows? We'll see. Anybody can get pinned when they're wrestling UNI. So we'll see.
Parker, I think that was a shout out.
I know that too, Trent.